So the spirit of Elijah does rest on Elisha. And the sons of the prophet said this.
That's good rub there.
All right, so there's the 50 again. So we still talking about, so what does it take to fashion of the ark? He said it was 50 cubits, the breadth was 50 cubits.
Yeah.
Then the height was what? Oh no.
30 cubics. 30 cubics. Yeah.
All right, let's get, we're going to get it. Let's get Luke 3. Is it 23? Which one? Luke 3. Okay, so he said the height of the ark is 30 cubits.
Yeah.
And what did he say in Luke 3:23? We're thankful because we ain't always know this, man. I was just as blind as anything else, man. I can remember reading some of these same scriptures when I was a teenager, and even when I was small, I had no idea what this started. And the people at church didn't know. 23, what do you say?
And Jesus himself
What?
began to be about 30 years of age.
How many years old?
30.
All right, watch this. We talking about some consistency now. Let's get Genesis. Let's get Genesis and watch this. This is story. This somebody said, man, that's talking about way in the Old Testament. Let's get Genesis 41. So he said the height of the ark is 30 cubits. Mm-hmm. The Lord started his ministry 30 years old. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Genesis 41:46. This is a story about Pharaoh and Joseph and all. When they was in Egypt, they had to come down. There was a famine. So Jacob and them, and his sons, and Joseph and all. So look what happened here. Genesis 41:46. All right.
And Joseph
was what?
Was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Wow. Wow.
Look, it gets deeper than that. Let me find this other one because we looked at this the other day.
Wow.
You say, hold up. We got to get this because this is going the right way.
Man, well, I tell you. Good rub.
All right. Let me find this one right quick.
No.
All right, so
It's gonna be.
all right, Exodus 12:40. Watch this. Look, and there's the thing. He said, the Lord said, the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word is established. So if I done seen this at least 3 times, I'm just unbelieving. Just don't believe it. But after I've seen this, and then you say, I'm just not going to believe it. I'm not going to believe it. Exodus 12:40, what is it?
Exodus 12.
Watch this. Talking about the Israelites.
Now the sojourning of the children of Israel
Was what?
who dwelt in Egypt
Was what?
was 430 years.
I mean, look.
Wow.
All right. Look, we still need more. Give me 1 Samuel. Give me 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel, the 9th chapter. Which is one of our favorite ones we always play.
It is.
So this is the case when Samuel met up with Saul, and Saul being the first king, and then when he met up with him in the high place, verse 22, what did he say? 1 Samuel 9:22. So he said the height of the ark is 30 cubits.
Yeah.
The Lord started his ministry. Now we had a thing at work. Look, somebody said they got tripped up. He said, wait a minute. They said he was about 30. I said, well, is he 30 or is he about 30? Which one is it? They got tripped up on that because they said he was about 30.
You can't see between the.
I said, okay, is he 30 or is he about 30? Which one? Then we had to go get some more scripture. But First Samuel 9:22. What is it?
And Samuel took Saul and his servant,
Right.
and brought them up into the parlor, and made them sit in the chief seat, and the chiefest place among them that were bidden, which were about 30 persons. About 30 persons.
Look, it's a parable.
30.
It's 30.
Yeah.
It's 30.
30.
The children of Israel came out
30.
430 years. The ark was 30 cubits.
Yeah.
30 cubits.
Lines up. Look, that's what I say. It's stuff that the Lord will show, and it's like most people will probably. Look, here's another example. This is not referring to what we just said, but notice this: when the Lord was going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Go back to Genesis 19 and look at something that we looked at. So here's the deal when the angels told Lot.
Genesis 19.
Genesis 19, verse 14. Here's another, that's what I say, most people probably just overlook, say, well, okay, well, it's a story about this person or that person, but not able to make the connection.
Precept.
Yep,
18,
precept, exactly.
What's that verse?
Verse 14. And this goes in line with the children of the prophets. So we'll notice what Lot said.
And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get ye out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law.
So who were the sons-in-law?
All right.
There you go. The Jews are the sons-in-law. See, I said, man, ain't nowhere in the world. But you know what I'm saying? I probably have. But most people, they just read over. See? And so then, look, just like this, we came in this understanding. Look at Revelation 11. And I probably have looked at this scripture for years. Years and years. Like, in Revelation 11. So now this goes with, like I say, he's going to show you the end and the beginning. What did he say in verse? All right, what did he say in verse 1? Chapter 11. What time is it? Watch the clock. What time?
5:50.
5:50.
Verse 1.
Verse 1, watch this.
And there was given me a reed like unto a rod.
Right?
And the angel stood, saying, Rise, and measure the temple of God at the altar, and them that worship therein. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not.
Okay.
For it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread under feet, 42 months.
It's about 3.5 years. And then what did he say?
And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses,
All right.
and they shall prophesy 1,260 days,
All right.
clothed with sackcloth.
Okay, now I've been looking at this for years. I said, what? So, now, let's go back to Genesis.
That's definitely
No, go back before you leave Revelation. What's the next verse down?
Let me see, I'll get the power. These are the 2 olive trees,
Right, that's in Zechariah.
the 2 candlesticks standing before the God of the earth.
All right. Now, let's go back to Genesis. See, they say the Lord showing us in the end and the beginning. All right, so Genesis 18. Genesis 18, verse 2.
And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door and bowed himself toward the ground.
All right, so we're going to find out. So one of them was the Lord. So it goes in like verse 3, it says, Lord, my Lord, have now found favor in the sight. So down further, if we go down. All right, go to, we'll skip down to verse 22. Well, before you go to 22, get 20. Watch this. Verse 20, so it's like, it's the Lord still talking with Abraham.
And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah was great, and because their sins were very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is common to me, and if not, I will know.
And then what?
And the men turned their faces from thence and went toward Sodom, but Abraham stood yet before the Lord.
So there was 3 men. One of them was the Lord. These 2 men, and then you go to verse 1. In 19, what does it say?
And there came 2 angels to Sodom at even.
At even, which means, and so breaking it down, the even represents the end time. Sodom is a type of work, basically talking about the end of the world. So those 2 witnesses are the 2 angels. It's right there in Genesis.
Wow.
So I have been looking at that for years. I said, who in the world is the Lord talking about these things? You know, I've heard all kinds of stuff out there, but he's telling you right there. If we know what we say, if we don't know what we're looking at, we thinking it's talking about Sodom. So I'm throwing off in left field because I'm just talking about Sodom. But he did Sodom and Gomorrah the same way that he's going to do when it's all said and done. It's going to be fire and brimstone that's going to devour the adversaries. So that's just an example, but see, he said 2 angels went to Sodom. It's 2 witnesses.
2 witnesses.
2 witnesses right there. So because if you really look at Revelation, when the wrath and stuff start being poured out, the angels are the major agents. When they come down, because the church is going to be already removed off the scene, the angels are going to take over. So and that's why it said in Revelation 11, he said, if any man will hurt them, the fire proceeds out of their mouth. And it's basically talking about the word is fire. If they got the power to speak right then, and that's what it's talking about. All right, we're going to wrap it up right there. We're going to start right there.
What? Still going?
You see it, bro?
That's it.
That's it? All right. Those who are listen by way of social media, praying something said, if you look into these things. And like I said, if you see, this is talking about the testimony of Jesus Christ. That's what we're working on. So until next time, shalom.
Shalom.
So like I said, we got to get in this thing. This is what we've been working on this week.
I don't want to talk
I'm
about
trying
it.
to tell you.
I'm gonna be there.
That's what I'm saying last week.
I'm talking about